Hello everyone! Today we're making our way back to Krat Central Station. Since none of the stargazers there are functional, we'll need to navigate through the tunnels to reach it. To start, enter the tunnel beyond the barren swamp nest stargazer. Ignore the slope on the right and instead drop off the ledge ahead for an acid canister. Follow the path ahead into a cave and deal with the 3 factory puppets inside. Before reaching a ladder. Climb down the ladder to collect a Legion magazine. In this area, you encounter a female brawler puppet. Defeat it and pick up the dim ergo fragment on the way, before reaching a tunnel with metal doors. Open the metal doors to find a butler puppet crawling on the floor. As you step inside, a carcass will dash at you from the right. Defeat it, then proceed through the tunnel it came from. At the end of the tunnel, climb the ladder. Once at the top, turn around to discover a hidden area where you can collect the Frayed Notebook. Afterward, return to the ladder and continue forward. As you move along, an earthquake will trigger. The path ahead is split into 2. Step into the water, keeping in mind it causes decay buildup, and take the left path first to find a saw blade at the dead end. Afterward, return to the split and take the right path, which will lead you to Krat Central Station. On the platform, proceed cautiously as you'll encounter the stinger carcass here.
Oh Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you? No. No, stop, brain sucker! Ugh, gosh.
At the far end of the platform, pick up the bloody ladder. Then, enter the open train car to cross to the other side. Here, you encounter another stinger carcass. Defeat it, then pick up the attribute resistance ampule. Continue into the station's intersection, where you'll hear Sophia's voice asking you to investigate a strange phenomenon. Finally, proceed upstairs to find the Krat Central Station platform stargazer. This area is filled with groups of carcasses, so proceed cautiously. Head toward the nearby exit and follow the long hallway. Quickly eliminate the stinger carcass feeding on the corpse before a newborn carcass drops from the ceiling to ambush you. As you proceed, stay alert for 2 additional newborn carcasses ahead, as well as a stinger carcass at the far end of the hallway. Turn left on the wooden platform to exit the roof of the train. Below, the area is filled with decay and contains 2 decay-spewing carcasses and a hammer-armed carcass. While you can engage the enemies directly, a more efficient strategy is to first use throwables to eliminate the smaller carcasses, then weaken the larger carcass from above. Once its health is reduced, move in for close-range combat, as its significant health pool will likely exhaust your supply of throwables before defeating it entirely. After clearing the area, gather the fire canister and resplendent ergo fragment from the ground. Open the chest to obtain a quartz. To minimize decay buildup, focus on destroying the blob. When you're ready, climb the ladder on the opposite side of the platform to return to the upper level and rest at the stargazer if needed. From the Stargazer, proceed to the end of the hallway toward the scattered luggage. You'll notice a steel beam you can step onto, but instead drop down to face 2 stinger carcasses. After defeating them, collect the chain nearby. On the platform, be wary of a headless carcass hanging from the train on the left that will drop down to ambush you. These carcasses are particularly dangerous due to their ranged attacks. Simultaneously, a decay-spewing carcass will emerge from the train on the right. Proceed into the train on the right. As you enter the second train car, be cautious of 2 headless carcasses waiting around the corner. At the far end, you'll spot an infant puppet. It's advisable to use throwables here instead of charging in. Alternatively, you can try luring the 2 headless carcasses toward you. As the infant puppet fires projectiles and trigger a door behind it to open, releasing another headless carcass. The headless carcasses are particularly dangerous due to their ranged attacks. Watch for when they fall to the ground. This indicates they're about to summon tendrils from the ground right in front of you, which will whip in your face, causing immense damage. Once all threats have been dealt with, collect the shot put and exit the train car. Once outside, turn left and destroy the blobs to clear the decay. Then collect a special purification ampule and a radiant ergo fragment. Afterward, proceed in the opposite direction toward a metal staircase. Along the way, you'll face 3 corrupted puppets. Defeat them, then ascend the stairs to unlock a shortcut back to the Stargazer. From the shortcut gate you just opened, look past the metal staircase to spot a hammer-armed carcass with a significant HP pool. Be cautious of the spiked blobs hanging from the ceiling, as they will respawn 2 newborn carcasses. It is best to plop the blobs first, lure the newborn carcasses towards you, and then deal with the hammer-armed carcass. Once all the enemies are defeated, you can pick up the Radiant Ergo Fragment. Take note of the ladder leading down at the end of the platform. Behind the ladder, to the left, you'll find 2 stinger carcasses in a decayed field section between rail tracks. And collect a dim Ergo Fragment. Return to the previous position and carefully follow the signposting to avoid losing your way. Proceed to the platform labeled Track C and Track D. Clear the first decay blob, then continue forward. There are a total of 3 decay-spewing carcasses in this area, with 1 possibly hidden behind some boxes in the back. The second decay blob is concealed behind crates on the right, tucked into a corner. Once you've removed the decay and eliminated the enemies, collect the special purification ampule, the radiant ergo chunk, and the resplendent ergo fragment. Backtrack and prepare for the challenging encounter with a large scorpion carcass, a non-responding enemy with considerable health. Head to the platform between Track B and Track C. Use the environment strategically and rely on throwables to gradually chip away at its health. While it's possible to fight it directly, an easy approach is to lure it toward the metal gate where you previously climbed down the ladder. The scorpion carcass will get stuck there, allowing you to attack it more safely and efficiently. Take your time to carefully defeat it. Upon vanquishing the Scorpion Carcass, you will receive the Murderer Puppet's Amulet, which boosts the damage dealt to human enemies. Head back to the platform between track B and track C. Pick up the Special Resistance Ampule and enter the train on track C. Inside, you'll encounter 2 decay-spewing carcasses. Defeat them before proceeding to the end of the carriage. This is the same train car where our journey started. Roll through the divider behind the chair to uncover a hidden workshop.
We are... Yes, behind the train car where you woke up. Wait, what is this? Who would put a workshop like this here, of all places? Good grief.
This area allows you to upgrade your equipment. You'll also find a letter from someone who has gone ahead and a safe containing the Lada brake cartridge. Return to the platform and head toward the area between track A and track B. At the end of the platform on the right, you'll notice a ladder. Climb it. At the top, follow the metal walkway. Then turn right to collect a Special Resistance Ampule and open another gate to create a shortcut back to the Stargazer. Once you've unlocked the shortcut, head down the stairs. At the bottom, turn around to spot a dim ergo fragment tucked in the corner. Then enter the train to find Atkinson, Belle's partner. Speak with him to receive Atkinson's letter. He will ask you to tell Belle that he died honorably as a soldier.
Atkinson died. A soldier.
Head back outside and move past the stairs. Skip the doorway on the right for now and proceed into an area cluttered with luggage.
I know there was a collapse, but why did they have to cut off communication? Please let us out.
You'll find a chain near the gate. Be cautious since the corrupted rail station work at the front acts as a distraction where multiple corrupted infant puppets lurk in the area, ready to attack in unison. It's easy to become surrounded here, so take your time to clear them out carefully.
How is this thing not dead? No, Oh, I need to heal. God, there's one more.
Once the enemies are defeated, locate a chest containing the Master Chef's knife. Head back to the doorway you initially ignored. Go up the stairs and you'll spot a resplendent ergo fragment beneath the hole in the roof. Stay alert as a stinger carcass will drop down to ambush you. As you ascend the stairs, stay alert. 3 stinger carcasses are lying in wait. They will attack as you progress, so be prepared to lure them individually to avoid being overwhelmed. Once they are dealt with, you'll eventually reach the room with the collapsed floor. Here you can collect a vivid ergo fragment. After securing the item, drop down through the opening and proceed through the doors to face a hostile stalker known as the Rubber Weasel. The Rubber Weasel is a highly mobile stalker wielding a fire axe. She fights aggressively, dashing in for quick strikes before retreating to reset her position. Her attack patterns include overhead and side swings, rapid melee combos, and unpredictable projectile throws. She moves swiftly, often rolling toward you before attacking, making it difficult to predict her strikes. Since her melee sequences are relentless, getting caught in one can result in heavy damage. However, she has brief recovery moments after heavier swings. These are the best opportunities to strike. To counter her effectively, stay patient and wait for openings. Blocking or parrying her dash attacks will create windows for counterattacks. If you maintain distance, be prepared to dodge her projectiles, as she won't hesitate to throw them to break your rhythm. You may chase her, but it's best to let her come to you. Dodge or block her initial attack and punish her during her brief recovery. Stay alert, as she may quickly reset and launch another assault before you've had time to reposition. If you manage, you can also try to backstab her.
I need to wait a moment, I don't have any stamina.
You ought to give to the needy. I wanna die.
That was very messy.
Oh, Belly.
After defeating the Rubber Weasel, head up the nearby stairs to reach the upper section of the station. As you ascend, a headless carcass will attack. In the room to the right, be cautious of a corrupted puppet lying in wait near a resplendent ergo fragment, ready to ambush you as you approach. Continue along the upper level, dealing with another headless carcass before entering the bar on the right, where a test subject waits. These attack with wild, sweeping arm attacks, so be careful. Grab the Fable Catalyst behind the bar before proceeding further. Shortly after, you'll spot a dimensional butterfly. Defeat it to obtain a stabilized alchemical booster. Descending to the lower level, pick up the cat dust in the corner. Then, defeat the two puppets below. Before moving on, check the bathroom where another puppet is hiding inside one of the stalls. Defeat it, then grab a Dark Moon Moonstone of the Covenant before exiting. Once you reach the station's main lobby, turn to the left to activate the Stargazer. There is a Trinity door in this area, but we will ignore it for now since we don't have the Sanctum key for it yet. For now, proceed outside to Krat Central Station Plaza. To the right side of the plaza, you'll find a golem carcass. But before engaging, it's best to clear out the nearby enemies to prevent any surprise attacks. In the rightmost corner of the area, a corrupted puppet lurks. Moving toward the fountain in the center, a stinger carcass is waiting on the right behind some crates with a test subject patrolling nearby. Afterward, pick up the Legion magazine on the left corner. Before we move forward, however, let's lure another carcass puppet on the right towards us. Continue along the left side where a carcass puppet stands to the left and a test subject waits ahead. It's best to lure the carcass puppet first and engage it near the station entrance, as an elite puppet is lurking nearby.
Once the carcass puppet is dealt with, take down the test subject before advancing. Finally, it's time to confront the elite puppet hiding behind the carriage on the left. Prepare for a tough fight and engage carefully before moving forward. Still alive? Come on, die! Technically, you could now go ahead and pick up the items and loot the chest that we haven't yet. However, I'll go ahead and deal with all the enemies in the area first before picking up any items. For that matter, we will now be luring the golem carcass toward the station entrance to face it. With the area now cleared, you can begin looting the available items. However, stay alert. A carcass hound is lurking behind a bench next to a carriage, ready to ambush. Additionally, a corrupted puppet is stationed at the far end near the stairs on the right. Deal with it cautiously. Another test subject is patrolling the area, but we will handle that one last. First, collect the nearby items, then shift your focus to the two disrupted crawlers clinging to the wall ahead. Take them out carefully before proceeding. With those threats taken care of, we can finally move to the left to collect the remaining items. Don't forget to open the chest here to obtain the Coil Mjolnir before continuing forward. Grab the thermite in the corner, then finally face the test subject patrolling the area that we ignored earlier. Make sure you've collected all nearby items before exiting the plaza. As you proceed, you encounter two stumped carcasses. Deal with them, then continue until you spot an advanced elite carcass pounding on a door. This foe can switch its right arm between a hammer and a blade for slashing and stabbing. Keep in mind that as a carcass, it's vulnerable to fire, so fire-based attacks will be particularly effective. I used shot put and everything and I still can't stand break him. That's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try this again. Defeating the elite carcass rewards you with the Legion Plug. Afterward, head past the door it was attacking to find a dead end containing a stinger carcass and a half moonstone. Once you've gathered the loot, backtrack and enter the abandoned apartment, where you can activate the Stargazer. Next, head upstairs to meet the wandering merchant. Browse his shop for a new weapon, a Legion plaque, and 3 Lada converters. If you have enough funds, consider purchasing all of the Lada converters, as they will prove useful in later levels. Before leaving, grab the Fairy Tale of the Three Brothers pamphlet from the bar counter. Then proceed to exit. The once thriving streets of Krat are now crumbling underfoot, overtaken by strange crystalline formations. As you make your way through the deteriorating terrain, be mindful of unstable ground and the yellow crystals scattered throughout, which can build up disruption over time. After leaving the abandoned apartment, follow the path to the right, where a hammer fist carcass awaits. Though sluggish, this enemy has a deceptively long reach and can lunge forward unexpectedly to strike. Defeat it, then take out another hammerfist carcass in a dead end and collect the resplendent ergo fragment before retracing your steps. Cross the fallen signpost and grab the lover's ladder, then move ahead. Shortly after, you encounter a test subject. Eliminate it, then carefully follow the narrow ledge to retrieve a shot put. Look ahead and you will spot another hammer fist carcass. If you have a throwable, try to lure it towards you, as it may try to ambush you later. You will try to lure the other hammer fist carcass down below as well. If you do not have any throwables, don't worry, you can confront it later when we cross the rift. As you progress, you'll notice your lantern glowing, signaling the presence of a dimensional butterfly. Move toward the rift to lure another hammer fist carcass back to the other side and take it down. Once that's handled, continue across the rift, where the dimensional butterfly will appear. Eliminate it quickly, but take care not to draw the attention of the carcass brawler positioned on the far right. Next to the carcass brawler, a test subject is waiting. If you engage the brawler first, the test subject will likely join the fight, so it's best to deal with it beforehand. Use a throwable to grab its attention, then retreat back across the rift to the other side. The test subject will drop down from its ledge and move toward you. Eliminate it before proceeding. Once it's taken care of, lure the carcass brawler into a fight. The safest spot is near where the dimensional butterfly appeared, as multiple disruption crystals are located near the brawler's spawn point. Before initiating combat, be sure to destroy the nearest crystal to avoid unnecessary disruption buildup and death. With the carcass brawler and test subject out of the way, cross the collapse sign to the other side of the rift and unlock the gate to create a shortcut. Before moving forward, backtrack to where the dimensional butterfly appeared and look for a side street with a gated entrance. Enter this area where you'll encounter 3 disrupted crawlers. 2 are visible, while the 3rd will leap through a window as you approach the courtyard. Lure the first 2 toward you, or alternatively, use thermite to eliminate them quickly. Proceed into the courtyard and deal with the 3rd disruptive crawler. If your disruption resistance is low, consider destroying the nearby crystals. Grab the resplendent ergo fragment, then take the ramp to the right to find a saw blade and an attribute-resistant ampule. Afterward, backtrack and head into the opposite direction, past another disruption crystal, to collect the radiant ergo fragment at the end of the rift. This is where the hammer fist carcass would have ambushed you earlier had it not been lured away. With everything in this area now handled, you can return to the Stargazer to rest if needed, before making your way back to the shortcut you unlocked. Next to the shortcut, a narrow alley leads into a building. Enter inside and pick up a vivid ergo fragment. Beneath the stairs, you'll only find some graffiti with nothing else of note. They say when crystals appear from the ground, it's a sign of the end days. It's the end. We're all going to die. Everyone's going to die.
Climb the stairs to make your way back outside. In the far right corner, break through some crates to uncover a special purification ampule near a disruption crystal. Then proceed ahead into the collapsed building. But be prepared, an advanced berserk carcass will suddenly smash through the wall with a fury attack. This enemy is particularly erratic and difficult to deflect, so bring grenades and other throwables to eliminate it as quickly as possible.
Now, it makes no sense trying to learn to parry this guy, cause... It makes no sense, yeah, it's just f***ing just try to kill him somehow. I tried everything, I did like parrying, but I spent 3 minutes just parrying all his random attacks until he got stance broken. It's a stupid mob, but he ends up being like more difficult than a boss, so just it really. Defeating the elite carcass rewards you with the Arc Extra heavyweight frame. Before leaving, grab the motivity crank nearby, then exit the building to find the radiant ergo fragment. Continue around the corner to a dead end past the stairs, where you'll find a resplendent ergo fragment. After collecting everything, head upstairs to reach the next stargazer. Enter the nearby building to encounter a cane alchemist and a gun alchemist. Defeat the cane alchemist first, luring it outside if necessary. Then take down the gun alchemist. Ignore the cane alchemist in the next room, as there are no items inside, and head upstairs. On the next floor, lure the cane alchemist ahead as another one waits in the adjacent room to avoid engaging both at once. Defeat both, then collect the Fable Catalyst near the desk. Continue upstairs to find yet another alchemist. Defeat it, then grab the primer for workshop technicians and move forward. Head out through the opening in the wall and carefully make your way across the rooftops until you encounter a pyro alchemist. These enemies unleash flames like flamethrowers and explode, so keep your distance when finishing them off. Once it's dealt with, continue forward to re-enter the building and unlock the shortcut for quick access to the collapsed street stargazer. Return to the rooftop and drop down to a lower level where another pyro alchemist awaits. Continue along the path until you come across a ladder and a lower platform where you can drop down to find a chest containing one special Krat supply box, which is required to access the Hermit's Cave. Then ascend the ladder nearby and grab the Dark Moon Moonstone of the Covenant before backtracking to the shortcut. When ready, backtrack to the shortcut and proceed through the hallway. You'll encounter another ladder. At the top, you'll face the Walker of Illusions mini-boss. The Walker of Illusions wields a cleaver and a dagger, using rapid strikes to overwhelm its opponent. It moves swiftly across the battlefield, throwing its dagger and following up with a flurry of cleaver slashes. While its attacks can be blocked, its relentless combos require patience dodging and well-timed counterattacks. The best approach is to block away during its attack sequences and look for an opening once it finishes a flurry. The small arena makes it difficult to avoid its lunges, so anticipate its advances and time your dodges carefully. In its second phase, the Walk of Illusion summons a duplicate of itself. Eliminate this illusion quickly to prevent both from attacking at once. When staggered, the boss will unleash a disruption attack, so be sure to counter with a fatal attack before it had the chance to retaliate. The boss is weak to fire. Use a fire abrasive to enhance your weapon, or rely on fire canisters and thermite for range attacks. Play aggressive, but carefully, taking advantage of its brief recovery windows to deal damage while avoiding its unpredictable assault. Okay, as you can see, I died. So, if you die here, you will die here. You will die here a lot. If you take the lift after this fight, you won't be able to upgrade your weapons or purchase boss weapons from Elidora until after defeating the next legacy boss. If you need to make any final preparations, return to Hotel Krat now. Once ready, take the lift down, leading back to the streets of Krat.
The hotel is under attack. Everyone's in danger. Head to the hotel and hurry.
Communication through ergo. An interesting parlor trick. Quite the performance, Papatachipasa.
Follow the path to collect a thermite and a half moonstone before reaching the Stargazer at Krat Central Station Street. Before heading up the stairs toward Hotel Krat, go into the opposite direction of the Stargazer, passing through the archway to face 2 stinger carcasses. Continue through the alley to reach the oceanside path, where Arlecchino will challenge you with another riddle. Answering ergo rewards you with additional humanity and the Trinity Key. Follow the cliffside until a dimension butterfly appears. Defeat it to obtain a half moonstone. Be cautious, as a corrupted puppet will ambush you around the corner. Continue along the path to find another half moonstone at a vantage point overlooking Hotel Krat. With the items collected, backtrack to the side street where the corrupted puppet appeared. Follow it to find a corrupted puppet banging its head against the wall. Next to it, you can claim a resplendent ergo fragment. And proceed upstairs to find a Gemini's iron protection. Once everything is gathered, return to the Stargazer and prepare for the upcoming boss fight. The corrupted Parade Master remains many attacks from its original form, but is now unpredictable with its makeshift maze and a corrupted, questionable growth in place of its head. Its strikes are infused with decay, and it can spew decay puddles from which spawns emerge. Several of its attacks can easily catch you off guard, but I'll cover the 2 most important ones. One is his body slam. After performing a body slam, the corrupted Parade Master transitions into a crawling attack, slamming the ground at a steady pace while advancing. While slow, the movement forces you to keep your distance. Another threat comes from a deceptive attack where it fakes an arm slam or swing before suddenly winding up for a grabbing attack that leads directly into its swallowing move, which increases both damage taken and decay build-up. This attack can instantly kill you depending on your health. The key to recognize it is that the wind-up is slightly longer than its usual arm slams. Because of this, it's generally safer to keep your distance in the second phase, as this move can be difficult to predict. As for the spawn that emerge from the decay puddles, the best way to deal with them is by quickly using thermites, which burn them away before they can become a problem. Since the corrupted parade master is a carcass type enemy, making it vulnerable to fire, so use fire infused weapons such as the salamander dagger or the black steel cutter blade. You can also use fire abrasives to coat your weapon with fire. Additionally, thermites and fire canisters provide strong range options. Head upstairs along the familiar path leading back to Hotel Krat. Near the stairs leading to the boss gate, you'll find a dim ergo chunk. Feel free to grab it, but stay alert as the corrupted puppet is patrolling this area. Once ready, proceed into the parade ground. I accidentally deleted my original footage of this boss fight while clearing out old files, so I had to redo it midway through editing. As a result, I will only be providing one version of this fight. Yes, I know, I have a habit of making this mistake. Oh my god. After defeating the boss, head back to Hotel Krat. Upon entering, you'll find the hotel in shambles with signs of a recent attack. Speaking with Sophia revealed that Geppetto has been abducted by the Red Fox, Black Cat, and the Black Rabbit Brotherhood.
It was the fox, the cat, and the Black Rabbit Brotherhood.
While the rest of the survivors have taken shelter in the upstairs study. Go to the study room where you'll find everyone safe.
Geppetto has been kidnapped.
Speaking with Lady Antonia revealed that there is a hidden passage to the Stalker's base behind her portrait.
My portrait. Behind it lies a passageway to their base.
To open it, you'll need to play a specific chord on her piano.
Play this chord on the piano in my room. It'll open the secret passageway, and you can save Geppetto.
After speaking to her, you will receive the anger gesture. Before proceeding to the hidden passage, let us first take care of some unfinished business around the hotel. Head downstairs and talk to Polendina to deliver the special Krat supply box,
officially approved by the
which expands his inventory and rewards you with a vivid ergo fragment. You can now purchase the rusty cryptic vessel from him. Afterward, hand over the rusty cryptic vessel to Venini to receive its decryption. Then speak with Belle, where you must decide whether to tell her the truth about her fallen partner or not. Be warned that if you tell Belle the truth, she will leave to search for Atkinson, which leads to her death. If you lie, you will be rewarded with the Y record and an electric blitz canister, alongside gaining humanity.
I appreciate knowing what happened. I mean it.
Talk to Eugenie, who informs you that Elidora vanished during the raid.
Stalkers.
With the Trinity key, which we got rewarded earlier, fast travel to Krat Central Station lobby. Take the door left of the exit to the plaza to find a Trinity door. Remember the Metal Angel. We are simply on a journey that follows his footsteps. Song of the day. The pickpocket who was overconfident in a gamble had his heart stolen and died. Collect the Workshop Master's Workwear and Carrier's Amulet +1 from the safe inside. Before moving on, visit the Broken Puppet to teach him about anger, earning a Resplendent Ergo Fragment.
It's brave. Thank you so much.
Finally, return to the Barren Swamp Bridge to meet Rookie Explorer Hugo, where he thanks you and gives you a dim Ergo chunk. Now that the gate next to Hugo is open, it's time to explore the Hermit's Cave. However, we'll save that for next time since the next episode's area is short, making it a good opportunity to cover both in one go. Stay tuned as we delve into the Hermit's Cave and uncover the relic of the Trismegistus.